My name is Matthew Edlin, and this is my last project or project 6 for SER-321. We'll just go ahead and get started. You can see that I went ahead and made it easy for testing. You've got run client, run node, run tests. For the run test, you have to have the node running. Same thing for the client. The test is a test suite that has all the implemented classes and the ones that were already given too are on there as well. You will notice I did comment some lines out. Mine, I've been testing it for a bit, and my created proto was, it did hold a consistent state, it saves state. So these always fail on me after the first, even after I refresh, because it saves it. So I have to go in and delete it every time I want this. So you can uncomment these the first time that you run this test suite before you run the code. But you will have to comment them out if you run it again for subsequent, especially for testing the dice. I used a random number generator, and it checks to make sure that they're in between these values. Because if you have a 6-sided dice, you don't want your values to be above 6 or below 1. So it just checks that every time. So just wanted to give you that caveat out of the way. I'll put that information as well in the README so that you should be able to see that and not make that mistake. The same one I did. But we'll go ahead and run our node. Awesome sauce. You can see the server's running. This is my server. Just to look through the code a bit. I kind of kept the same format that was given. Took a few things out, made it, but pretty much exactly the same as what was given. Client is going to be more interesting. Go ahead and run my client. I changed up the structure to client a little. I made it to where it was a menu option. It gave you choices. Looped back, maintained that menu until you quit, and then you can go back into previous menus, almost like a directory. I implemented the methods very similar to how it was with the set joke and the echo services. So just a quick look at my protos. So I did implement, I chose to implement dice, mood was my created one. It's a mood journal. And I did zoo. Had really a lot of fun with zoo. Okay, so just basic one, jokes, that was given, it works. You can get a joke. Let's say 2 jokes. It prints it out. Cool. That one's not really that interesting since that one wasn't one I implemented. I'm going to skip echo as well since it wasn't an implemented one by me. Let's just look at zoo. Okay, so you get the prompt that welcomes you to the zoo, the main menu. You can request to add animals. You can listen to your favorite animal. You can listen to all the animals in the zoo, or you can leave the zoo. And this is just this is again the same as the proto was given. These are just implemented. So it gives you all the options that the proto gave you. Looking at the zoo proto, you can see these. We have add, speak, and speak all, and it's literally just add, speak, and speak all. I just fluffed it up to make it seem more fun. So let's we can request to add an animal, but first I want to show you just that there's some arrow handling. So let's just say we want to listen to, well, let's go ahead and request it. Or let's just say we want to listen to an animal. Let's listen to our favorite animal. And his name is Bob. It throws error messages. So failed to get the animal sound. And it also throws that there's no animals in the zoo. So if there's no animals in the zoo, the listening actions won't work for either one of those. So let's just go ahead and request to listen to an animal, or request to add an animal. So Old McDonald's is taking request. What kind of animal would you like to add? Let's just say a monkey. A monkey. And what sound does a monkey make? Let's just say ooh, ah. Oh, you're in luck. McDonald's has found animal matching description. To help you find this animal later, what should its name be? So this is important. You have to name it. Let's just name it Bob, like we were looking for. Bob the monkey has been added to the zoo. Bob seems happy at the zoo. Come visit them soon. So that we go back to the main menu. Now we can actually listen to our animal, Bob. And then it says, you listen closely. Bob the monkey goes, ooh ah. And then let's just add more monkeys, or let's add something here. I also want to show you we can add other animals with the same name. So let's say a dog that has the name, or that, let's see, McDonald's, what sound does this make? Bark. And you're in luck. We found one. And you find this animal later. What should we name it? Let's also name it Bob. Okay, so let's request to listen to request to listen to your favorite animal, Bob, and then it returns all of the animals named Bob. So it doesn't discriminate. So Bob the monkey goes ooh ah, Bob the dog goes bark. Okay, let's just request to add one more animal for fun. So animal would you like to add? Let's add a zebra. And so we've added a zebra to the zoo. What sound does that make? Yee-haw. Okay, so we've found the animal. What should we name it? We should name it Zoe, the zebra. Okay, so it's added to the zoo. We can also listen to all the animals at the zoo. Doesn't take any input. And I kind of make it fun. So you listen closely from somewhere you can hear, you can't pinpoint, you hear Old MacDonald had a zoo, E-I-E-I-O. And then it has the monkey, it has the dog, it has the zebra. So that is the implementation of zoo. I had a lot of fun with that one. Dice was a lot less fun, but let's go into it. We got dice. You can roll a single time or single dice, type of dice. So it asks you how many sides this dice has. Let's say it's a 6-sided dice. And how many times do we want to roll it? Let's say we want to roll it 4 times. So it'll give you each roll. They will all be between 1 and 6. So you'll get 1 through 6, but you won't get higher than 1 or lower than 6. If you try to roll a dice and you give it a negative integer, it's gonna give you an error. It's also gonna give you an error if you roll the dice less than the physical amount of times you could roll a dice. So you want to roll -3 times, it doesn't make any sense, and rolling it 0 times doesn't make any sense either. So we'll roll 3 dice. The first dice is going to be a 6-sided dice, and the second dice is an 8-sided, and let's say we got a 20-sided dice. How many times should we roll? Let's just roll 2, so it doesn't take up our screen. So you'll see each of these, so it's a 10, 7's between those, that's between 6. Not as interesting, but it does work. Let's quit that. Oh, sorry. 3. Oh, also, if you make a mistake on, I put a Q, it just tells you it's an invalid choice. It throws an error. I used error just because I like the red, and I wanted it to be very obvious that it was mistaken, so you didn't freak out or anything. And my favorite, let's look at our mood tracker. So our mood tracker, I kind of set it up to where it allows you to actually change who you are, if that makes any sense. So if you're Bob, then you can sign in as Bob. If you're Lou, you can sign in as Lou. So multiple people. I didn't thread it, and I can thread it. I thought that would just so I could think of different ways to implement it in the future. So I could thread this so that everybody has their own thread, works asynchronously. but the way that it holds the data is actually just in a list, and it's not necessarily arranged, and it goes through the entire list. So it's not scalable per se, but at the moment, with how few people, it could just keep it all in that array list, and then goes through it, and then calculates your good moods, and then gives you back your stats, and you can still track depending on that. I also was going to implement where you could only do it once a day, but I didn't think that'd be great for testing. So it just takes in a string of a date as the parameter for the date. But in the future, if I wanted to expand it, I could block it from taking any mood tracking that's more than or that is within a day frame, so that you can actually track your mood day by day and give you options. But like I'm just going to show you there's some error handling to it. So we'll view our stats. Oh, it's persistent too. So if I type in Logan, it's going to keep my name for my client implementation. Now, if you had a different implementation, the server still takes the same parameters, but it doesn't keep the name, so you would have to put that in each time. So let's just say Matthew. Okay, it's going to say no data found for Matthew because I haven't used that name on this yet. So let's go ahead and track my mood. It's going to ask how I'm feeling on 1 to 5, 1 being the worst, 5 being the best. I'm doing really good today. My mood's been tracked. Keep up the good work. So I can view my stats. Like I said, it keeps my name. So Matthew's mood roundup. My percentage is 100% good days. Obviously, it's only been 1. And I'm as happy as a goat in trampoline is my overall mood. And the overall mood will change depending, so it like changes depending on your tracking. So let's track my mood again. And I'm doing really bad today. Okay, my mood has been tracked. So let's view my stats. So I'm 50. I have 1 bad day, 1 good day. 50%. I'm as emotionally consistent as a soap opera plot twist. So yeah, that just changes. And then I have it actually set up to where anything 3 and above is a good day. I think didn't want to be too harsh on and that and make people tank their score. I kind of wanted it to be a positive thing. So we'll track a mood again. Let's say I have a 3 today, and we'll view my stats. Cool, 66%, 1 out of 3, or 2 out of 3, sorry. So feeling like lukewarm cognitive, technically okay, but not what you hoped for. So, and then these are set up to be like aggressively better, the higher your score you get, and aggressively worse, the lower score you get. So I can change my account too. This isn't in the proto. This is just in the implementation of the client because I just thought it would make it easier to test as well. So I'm currently logged in as Matthew, and you could create another class on the server that allows you to change your account. I think that, or even a request in this, and I think that would be another like way to take the project a little further. I just didn't have time. Enter the name of the account that you wish to log into, and there's no password. That could be another implementation, but it's literally just Josh. So it gives you that. Let's track. So like you can see, it won't track. So do your stats, and then Josh doesn't have anything. So because we haven't seen Josh before, so but let's change your account. And then we're going to log back in as Matthew. And change your account. Oh, and let's view our stats. There you go. Matthew's back. So you can change back and forth. It's persistent. If we close the server, we'll open it back up. We'll look for Matthew, and it'll be there. We'll quit. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all I had to show you there. And that was it. That's it. She's good. I hope you enjoyed my demonstration. I had fun making it, and I'll see you in the next class. Bye.